Wagwan, everybody. I am your Jamaican queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV, and this is Accurate Context. So I wasn't going to do another Dr. Jackie video, but since she apologized, there have been thoughts running through my brain, and just to get them out, I decided to do this Accurate Context video. So, as we know, Dr. Jackie went viral after a 2020 video of her resurfaced where she was saying that black pregnant women can be overly dramatic and that we go to our doctors 29 times during our pregnancy and cry wolf, and essentially do so because we want to be given a doctor's note to get off work, right? So a whole firestorm ensued because of these comments. Dr. Jackie eventually posted a statement on her Instagram story where, in my opinion, she lied to us and said that her comments were being taken out of context because it was an over 2 hour long video. And when I saw that, I was like, so basically you said what you said. We are just the dummies who are taking it out of context. So I went to Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel because I never saw the full live, right? And Dr. Jackie is right. It was a 2 hour long video. However, it was a Q&A. Jackie was promoting her book, Queen V, and she utilized Heavenly's YouTube platform. And Heavenly's subscribers were able to join the live and ask Dr. Jackie any medical question they wanted. And a myriad of questions were asked. At 1 hour, 90 minutes, and 2 seconds, at that mark, and I took the screenshot of the transcript, the only question about black maternal mortality rates was asked. And so the video that has gone viral of Dr. Jackie saying black women are dramatic and black women cry wolf, after that question was asked, the only question about black pregnant women, that's how Jackie answered. In fact, the entire part of her answer started off with her saying she's not going to solely blame, racism as the reason for the high rates of black mothers passing away during pregnancy or after they have delivered. That's basically what she said. Then she went on to list off a bunch of things that could be wrong with us medically. She said, as black women, we suffer from hypertension, we have diabetes, and some of us basically, we don't go to our doctors our entire pregnancy. And then when we go to the hospital, there's all these underlying issues, fibroids, for example, this is what she said, that cause complications during pregnancies. And then to validate that first statement, she then goes on to say, black women cry wolf. And to me, it seemed like she was personally annoyed at the fact that, as she said, 29 times we see you throughout your pregnancy and you complain and you complain and you complain. That's how she said it. That's literally how she felt. And because she's Dr. Jackie and she's never really been held accountable for any of the nice, nasty, and rude things that she says on the show, and because Heavenly's channel during 2020 wasn't really as popular, these comments were swept under the rug. Nobody really realized that what she said was wrong until, well, actually, I take that back. I think Heavenly, in the moment, realized that what Jackie was saying wasn't okay, which is why Heavenly was like, that ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about. And instead of Jackie reeling it back, she said, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about black women in general. She made a general statement about black women. And I'm sure black women aren't Jackie's only patients. So when she did, or I should say, when we see her talking to the vice president about the black maternal mortality rate, and someone goes and they find this clip of her talking about black pregnant women in this way, and she makes it seem like we just took the whole conversation out of context, and she said some amazing things about black pregnant women prior to that part of the clip. I was like, Jackie, that's not an apology. And of course you're going to get backlash, but because you've never really had your feet held to the fire on that reality TV show, and you've managed to skate by in the public eye without the majority of Married to Medicine watchers calling you out, this is like new to you. Because now, majority of the people who are calling Dr. Jackie out aren't necessarily Married to Medicine watchers. Some of these people are just women who were pregnant and had traumatic experiences, and they're listening to a black woman doctor saying these things, while on the other hand, she is sitting with the vice president advocating for us. It makes no sense. So that first apology obviously didn't work because it was really a non-apology. It was her doing us like she did Buffy. I apologize and I'm done with it. That's basically what that first statement was, right? So her alleged patients are coming out on TikTok and they're saying a bunch of stuff about their experience with her, and it's not positive at all. And then I go down to Google some of her reviews. I found reviews on Yelp, I found reviews on Rate MDs, and some other ones as far back as 2009, where some of her, and I'm going to say alleged patients, right? And honestly, I feel like these are her patients because these aren't people who are submitting in 2023 since this whole scandal broke. These are people from 2009, before the show even made it to air, and people from 2018. And one of her alleged patients submitted a review saying, wait times are ridiculous. I noticed the office double books appointment times. She's not as thorough as I've been told. She's always rushing, seems short considering this is my first pregnancy. I needed a thorough doctor. Follow-ups are 5 minutes. She doesn't carry the chart. Office staff seems always to ask the same questions. I'm like, doesn't this show in my chart? Not pleased with my experience at all, especially for her pricing for labor and delivery. This patient submitted a review in 2009, and this alleged patient, said her staff was extremely unfriendly, especially when I called to ask if pain during pregnancy. They acted as if I were an idiot and was wasting their time. When I went into labor, the entire staff was out of state at a wedding, and I was referred to a midwife I had never met. I was extremely disappointed with the entire experience. This is from 2009. Another review from another alleged patient, and I'm going to continue to say alleged, even though it was from 2018 before all this drama started. This alleged patient said on June 8, 2018, I have been going to Dr. Jackie for years. I started going to her when I was 16. The past few visits have been very rushed. She doesn't read the chart and assumes things that she could have read in the chart. She doesn't listen to concerns and is very dismissive to the point that it is rude. I decided maybe she was having a bad day and came back for another visit. She was offensive, judgmental, and dismissive. One of the worst healthcare provider visits I've ever had. The quality of her work has definitely decreased since the fame, and there are way better OBGYNs in the area. So now she comes to us with a videoed apology, a very scripted apology. And I don't want to be critical of the apology. I think it's fine that she read it. She was probably emotional. She's getting backlash from all across the board. Who knows? The vice president probably called her and said, listen, I can't be aligned with this, or you need to fix this. And she's actually feeling the heat because, as I've said, Dr. Jackie has really and truly never been held to a standard where if she does or says something wrong, people on Married to Medicine or the cast of Married to Medicine can say, Jackie, you're wrong. I've never seen it. Mariah has tried, Buffy has tried, but it never really works because there's always the majority that's on her side. And because majority of the women are on her side, it's really, really, really hard to hold her feet to the fire because somebody's always going to jump in to defend her. And she feels like because she's speaking in a low, measured tone that she's not being rude. So she comes to us with this apology and she says she feels guilt that she has offended people, especially Black women and some of her patients as well. But the part of her apology that I felt was just weird, and the part of the apology that made me feel like, okay, so this is not sincere. You're still tripling down on what you said initially, is when she said, we should make a log of our symptoms. Well, she said, accurately log our symptoms. And I'm like, when I was pregnant and in the hospital feeling pain, I had no time to be writing down my symptoms. And then she said, have a buddy to advocate for you. I shouldn't need somebody to advocate on my behalf. If I'm telling my doctor that I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that and I'm feeling that too, I don't understand why they're going to believe my buddy more than they're going to believe me. I'm the one feeling the pain. And that goes back to the issue that we are not believed. And because we're not believed, while we are feeling immense pain, we have to put pen to a paper to log what we are feeling. And because we're not believed, we have to have somebody else in the room to reiterate the things that we've already been saying to our doctors. Like, that's crazy. And I don't feel like the advice that she was given in that apology were the right ones. I think that she should have been telling Black women that, one, if you go to a doctor and they dismiss your symptoms, you should ask for a differential diagnosis. That's number one. And two, If they continue to dismiss you, let them put that in writing. And let me tell you this. The minute you say, I need a differential diagnosis, and the minute you say, please put it in writing that you are dismissing my concerns, they're going to pause and they're going to start to listen. And Dr. Jackie knows this. So I was like, this apology is just a campaign to clean up the mess, because she's really feeling the fire and you can see it in her face. And as someone said on TikTok, Black women were always asked to give somebody grace. And we're out of grace to give. But I say, I'm hopeful that this has changed Dr. Jackie's mindset for the better, because she is up in age, y'all. And this is not me age shaming. I feel like whether you're black, white, whatever race you are, once you've gotten to a certain point in age, you're kind of stuck in your ways and your belief systems. So I'm hopeful that for her sake and for the sake of patients that she currently has and patients that she will have in the future if she continues to practice for a longer period of time, that this whole scandal has changed her mindset, and that when she goes into examination rooms and when she goes into delivery rooms, she's always mindful of the fact that this happened and that she should be listening to her patients more. And let me add this. Her celebrity clients have been the only ones coming out to defend her. Well, two, that is. And I feel like they need to sit this one down, because some of the reviews that I saw online also said that it seemed like she cares more about her celebrity clients than she does her non-celebrity clients. So Tamar and Candy, y'all might need to stop saying, I stand with Dr. Jackie, because what are you standing with? Even Simone, even Heavenly, even Toya, what are you saying that you're standing with? You're standing with the fact that she said black pregnant women cry wolf, and that we just complain and complain because we want to get out of work? Or are you saying you stand with her because you know that she is essentially a good doctor and this was just a mistake on her part? Because if it's the latter, then I can understand that. So anyways, those are my thoughts on Dr. Jackie, her first non-apology and then the second apology. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below so I know how you see things too. Until next time, walk good. Bye.